Communication right now, given everything that's going on with COVID-19 and how we are all in our houses and not out and about, walking into businesses and seeing each other on a daily basis, having in-person contact. So it's something that I've been thinking a lot about, particularly as it pertains to businesses. I think that there are a lot of businesses that have been caught flat-footed in this situation. They've relied on in-person contact to communicate a lot of their message to their customers, and now they can't do that. And so there are some changes and some adjustments that they're trying to make to maximize the information that they can get to people. Um, and I have some tips on some things that you can do now that can not only help improve your communication, but also will really help you moving forward so that when this is all over, you've got some more tools in your bucket to, to get in touch with people and tell them about your business and what's going on. Like you, I'm sure, a lot of people are turning to social media to try and get their word out, which is great, right? I mean, that is the beauty of social media. It is a one-to-many form of communication. The problem with it at the same time is that organic reach on social media on Facebook, 6%. So that means that only 6% of your audience is generally seeing something that you post. That's a small number. And if that's the way that you're trying to get the word out to try and keep your business afloat at this point, it's going to be a rough road. So there are a couple of things that you can do there. One, I would consider maybe doing some Facebook ads. There are a lot of people who maybe haven't tried that before, but ad rates have come down because not as many people are advertising. And it is a relatively cost-effective thing to do. They have the ability to target people in a way that I think if you haven't really delved into Facebook ads before, you can't even imagine. I mean, the targeting is what makes Facebook such an amazing ad platform. The Facebook ad platform is the same. You can use the back end of it to do Instagram ads as well. So if you do a lot on, you have a big following on Facebook or Instagram, you can set up ads through your Facebook ads manager that can go to either of them. So one, maybe consider doing some ads. Two, you can ask your followers and your fans. There is a way that they can change the types of notifications that they receive from you. You can have them select that they want to be notified of all of your updates, all of your posts when you post something. There's a way that they can do that. I'll try and post something afterwards showing you exactly where. But that's something that will increase the likelihood that they'll actually see what it is that you're putting out there. Facebook Messenger is another thing that provides a lot of flexibility and opportunity for you to try and communicate with people. I would not be surprised if you have the type of business, a restaurant or a retail store or gym, something like that, that you might not have a lot of people reaching out to you through Messenger. And once someone has reached out to you through Messenger, you can then respond to them. There are certain Messenger bots that you can put in place. So if you are getting asked a lot of the same questions, or people are calling you, looking for certain information, you can set it up so that there are automated answers that are in place that people can find out about what you've got going on, rather than them having to actually message you directly. Messenger bots are also great, or Messenger, Facebook Messenger is also great, because once someone has communicated with you through Messenger, they are on your Messenger list. And there have been some changes recently with Facebook. You used to be able to do something called, I'm blanking on what it is. You used to be able to just send a message to anyone that was on your Messenger list. Now they've changed it where you have to do subscription messaging, or sponsored message. That's what it was. Before it was you could do broadcast messages. Now you've got to do subscription messaging. So basically, there's sponsored and there's subscription. Now, if you have someone on your list, if it's outside of a 24-hour period that you've communicated with them, you can't send them any promotional information. You can send them promotional information within the first 24 hours of their last communication with you. So that's something that you can do. Again, the rates for that have come down. One thing that you could do is maybe do a Facebook Messenger ad that you have your ad, and then instead of having it be like an engagement ad where you're just trying to get someone to like your post or go visit your website, something like that, you actually do it so that they communicate with you through Messenger, and then they're added to your list. I think it's really important right now to be very conscious and cognizant of what lists you have. You have email lists, you have phone numbers, add a messenger list to that. If you're texting people, use every tool that you have to try to communicate with people, that before you used to be able to, do it when they walked in your store, or, you were out and about and you could tell people stuff. You can't do it now. So you really need to take a look at what you're doing now to improve the ways that you can communicate with people, and what you're going to do moving forward. Because when everything does start to come back to life, you're going to have to market even more, than what you were doing before. It's sort of, you're not starting from the same point. You're kind of starting from a deficit. And there's going to be a lot of people trying to compete for that business. So email lists are another thing that, if you have not been sending emails, if you have a list and you have not been communicating with your customers, do it often. Again, similar to the organic reach on a social media post, email, the open rates, the click-through rates, they're not great all the time. Like, you think, oh gosh, I'm getting 20% open rate. 20% is better than none. And if you send, 3 emails a week, it is, hopefully maybe a different 20% opens them 3 different times. So there's a cumulative effect there. You also want to make sure you are trying to get people's emails whenever you can, so that you have that. That's something that you own. The difference between social media and, say, an email list or a phone list, you own those things. So you control them. And so, you can set up a messenger bot. You can send a message where someone, after they communicate with you through Messenger, you can ask them for your email. So then not only would they be on your Messenger list, they'd also be on your email list. So I think people just really need to change a little bit of their thinking and really be a lot more aggressive in trying to figure out how they can communicate with people now and moving forward. So if this is anything that you have any questions on, feel free to reach out to me. I am happy to talk whenever you'd like. I'm around at home. Hope everyone is doing well. And we have some beautiful weather here in Colorado today. Have a couple more days of it, I think. So take care. And hopefully I will see you all soon when we're out of this. Okay?